What is up everyone, this is SwordKing090 and today is another video. So today's topic is going to be about foxes. That is right, obviously by the title of this video, that one day my goal is to own a fox. That foxes are my favorite animals ever since I was 12. That my first experience was just watching a movie called Milo and Otis. Have you seen that movie? Remember the little orange tabby cat, and then you actually have yourself the pug. Before the internet exploded with oh my god, pugs. But still, it's like that movie in its own is just a movie about a cat and a dog and their loving friendship. And one of the scenes that I believe that Otis actually encounters a fox. Yes, that is right. I remember some of the lines there that Otis encounters a fox and the fox was just swimming in the lake as well, and he was singing to his merry self, and then Otis talks to the fox and the fox was just energetic throughout the whole deal. One of the lines is like, "You call this a tail? This is a tail," and then you see the tail of the fox actually swinging above the grass. My god, that was actually just so funny in its own. But I remember that movie. I don't know if I still have the VHS, but you can watch that scene on YouTube. It was just a really good movie to watch, that you see the separation of two friends and then they come back together. Oh, memories. But still, that was not the thing that actually wanted me to get a fox in general. It's just, I remember just watching a lot of different type of cartoons, or the fact that there are Star Fox as a video game in its own, then you have all the other different things. But mainly it's that I didn't really think about getting a fox as a pet until recently. That of course, now that I'm older and now that the options are there, I want to actually get a fox as a pet. I know that people said that they belong to the wild, but you could still say the same argument about wolves, that wolves were generally just wild in its own, but then of course throughout time and time again that people have bred wolves with different animals to actually create different species and different breeds, and then now today that you get yourself all the different dogs, you got yourself a husky, a malamute, you got other dogs that have wolf blood in them, and now that foxes is an option, you could actually get a fox from Russia. They've actually had a fox farm for over 50 years with different types of generation of foxes, and now you're able to own one yourself, and that's what I actually do want to actually go for. But at the same time, I've actually read up and I actually heard, and people have told me that I'll be able to actually buy a fox here in the United States. So either I could actually go with foxes that have been bred to actually be domesticated from Russia, which will actually be a lot of expenses. Yeah, oh my god, that's type of a, what's that word? I don't even know. I just don't have any other thing to say. But it'll be very expensive for me to actually own a fox from Russia. And if I were to get one from the United States, it's not really a guarantee that it is domesticated. They just say that it is actually hand-bred or hand-raised, home-raised. I don't know what the proper terminology is, and I'm pretty much gonna die. Yep, that has happened. Whoops, I was not paying attention to my health. So, yeah, this is going to be another rage quit moment. I'm sorry, I was not paying attention to my health. We didn't get another skull, so it's like it never happened. So I cannot risk losing 42 skulls. You guys know how hard it is to actually get one skull, let alone collect 42 skulls, and then have all that just go bye-bye. I'm not gonna let that happen. You can hate me now, guys, but it's just for the good of the Operation Bedrock series. I really want to continue on with the series, and I don't want to actually start all over. The only one I'll probably actually do that's not going to have any rage quit moments is going to be the fact that I'm going to try to go kill the Ender Dragon. That in its own is going to be a different series, but I will talk about that in a different day. But back to my topic of actually owning a fox. I really want to own a fox. I'm going to have to save up a lot of money, and I'm probably going to have to build something in the backyard, because foxes are climbers. They love to dig. They really love digging. They love to climb. They are cat-like in a sense, and I just Honestly, if you look at foxes, you can look up all the foxes on the YouTubes right there. And this is before the, like, what does a fox say? This was before foxes became mainstream that I really want to own a fox. And when that song came out, I was like, okay, yeah, it's fun. But then everybody else loved foxes just for the sake of, because it was a trend to love foxes. Anything fox related was just a trend. That actually got me a little bit of annoyed. It's like, love the foxes for the animals, not because everybody else loves it because of the song. If everyone ever has been there, let me know in the comment section below. If you love something before it became cool and people are just loving it because it was cool to love it, let me know. This was one of those situations where I felt like a hipster. And I think Steve either lagged out or just pretty much quit on me. Well, if he sends another message, then that's going to be a deal. Any case, all I could say is that I really want to own a fox, and one day I will own a fox, and when that day actually arrives, then I'm going to be making videos from time to time about the fox. I don't know what to name the fox, I don't know what I could actually do, but every now and then I'm just going to have a video uploaded and then let you guys know what's been going on. If I could have a baby fox, that would be even better. I'm pretty sure that's going to actually be more expensive. But I'm going to have to look for breeders, and I'm going to have to maybe make a little bit of a deal here and there. I don't know. If I could actually get a baby fox, then I would love to actually make a weekly video about the little fox growing up. Again, I would not know what to name the fox, so if you guys want to actually like give me some suggestions for names, let me know. Because maybe somewhere down the line, I'm going to have my own fox, and then it's like, hey, this name is good. I'm going to name it because of you. And really hope that you still follow up, and then you can actually see your name suggestion be a reality. And my reality, I would love to have a fox and have a brand new companion and take care of it for all of the days that I have it, for all the days the fox has. Because foxes can live up to 15 years in captivity. And versus the wild, it is actually around 3 to 4 years. Yeah. I would rather have the captivity part, but I really hate the fact that they call it captivity. It just sounds like a negative word all on its own. But hey, it is what it is. You have it at home, and it's going to live up to 15 years. You can teach it tricks. You could actually literally teach it how to use a litter box. It could be litter box trained. I wonder how long it took for that to actually be a fact, but I read it up in an article. You could actually do that. Yeah, that would be easier cleaning, I guess. But either way, I did say that they have a little bit of cat-like features. Apparently, they're able to actually retract their claws, so that's actually pretty cool. And they're a canine, for crying out loud. Some other places actually call them a pest, but I really don't. I would love to actually be one of the people who actually escorts the foxes out of from the rural or the like urban areas back into the wild. If they're injured, I'll take care of them, and then once they're better health, or at better health, I really got to speak with grammar here, then I'll release them back to the wild. But in any case, I really want to actually own a fox. I'm going to have to save up a lot of money, so I'll be able to take care of it. If I have to build something, then I will build it. My father always wanted to spend some quality time building stuff, so this is one of the things that he could help me build. He could help me build a pen. He could help me build a fenced off area so that it doesn't really have that urge to get out. And you know, it's really gonna be hard to actually obtain a fox or get a fox back once it actually runs away for a bit, because it still has a lot of things to learn. It is a learning process. It's kind of like that evolution type of deal. Wolves were pretty much evolved to actually be household pets. Foxes are on its way. It's the same thing with cats. We used to have wild cats, and now we have domesticated cats. It just takes some time. All the animals that you love, from one point it was wild before it became domesticated. So there we go. One day, just one day, once I get myself a fox, I'm gonna be very happy. It is part of my bucket list, for crying out loud. Even if I don't own a fox, at least one of my other dreams or one of my other goals is to actually be up and close and personal with a fox. Maybe it'll just go to Japan. If I were to have a wish, like a final wish, go to Japan and go to the Zao Fox Farm, or sorry, the Zao Village, Fox Village. I don't really remember what it's actually called, but just search it up. You will see it. You will see it for yourself. A little bit of an area where you're able to actually meet hundreds of foxes just roaming free. They're not caged or anything. Wow, I didn't think a magma cube was actually going to spawn in here. I have yet to actually see a magma cube spawn up until now. This is kind of a welcoming thing. Well, I was able to get another skull for this episode, and this is going to be the end of this episode. There's a lot more I could actually talk about, but I'm just going to leave it off at that, and if there's another follow-up video I could do, then I will do that. But until then, if you guys have any questions, concerns, topics, discussions, or ideas you'd like to share with me in the comment section below, feel free to do so. If I do use that in a video, then I'll credit you verbally within that video, leave an annotation on the screen for your channel, and as well as that, I will thank you for helping me out with something to do or something to talk about for that day. Whichever order goes, just shoutouts like 5 different ways. But until then, have a great day, everyone. I am SirKing090, and as always, I will see you in the next video. Of course, I'm sorry. You see that I'm a fox skin. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's the topic of the video. Okay, I'm done.